Fortune Bay, we are an exploration and development company. We listed on the TSXV under the symbol FOR. We also trade in Frankfurt and on the OTCQX in the US. I'm going to show you a unique set of catalysts unfolding in Saskatchewan in the Uranium City area. I will be making some forward-looking statements. So our assets, we are exploring the strike and uranium projects which have potential for high-grade Athabasca Basin uranium. This year was our first year of maiden drilling, our first pass of drilling across these projects, and we intersected elevated radioactivity near surf in multiple drill holes. It was certainly an excellent start to our efforts in that area, and I'll share some more details on that. Right on the doorstep of our uranium projects is our Goldfields asset, which is our flagship, and then we're setting about unlocking the true potential of that asset. It has a current gold resource estimate that's an open pit constrained resource of around 1 million ounces indicated and around 200,000 inferred, and there's a PEA currently underway on that project. We also have our Expertan project in Mexico. It's got a historical gold resource estimate of around 1 million ounces in measured and indicated and 700,000 in inferred. It's an exceptional geological setting with numerous exploration targets. We're not currently advancing that asset, but it does provide Fortune Bay with a valuable pipeline asset with the ability to unlock value through a spin-out. So turning to our uranium projects, we're exploring for these high-grade deposits against a backdrop of improving fundamentals for uranium. Our projects are located on the northern rim of the prolific Athabasca Basin, which is the world's premier district for high-grade uranium. Our projects are targeting these high-grade basement-hosted deposits in a setting that's very similar to the recent discoveries by Arrow, by NextGen, and RRR by Fission. These are highly sought-after deposits because they occur in shallow, they occur at shallow depths, and they're in competent base rocks which allow for conventional mining. Zooming into that area, the Uranium City area has a long history of exploration mining. Historically, prospecting and mining was focused on these beaver lodge type deposits that occur in granitic rocks. Now, the graphitic rocks, which are shown in red lines on this map, are the favored host rocks for these high-grade Athabasca Basin deposits in accordance with the most recent exploration models. These graphitic rocks have never been, were not explored historically in this area, and it gives Fortune Bay a distinct advantage to pursue this Athabasca exploration model that was not tested previously. There's a significant amount of endowment in the area with numerous high-grade occurrences on surface. Both projects offer significant scale. They have over 60 kilometers of these prospective graphitic rocks. And aside from the geological potential, there's established infrastructure in the area, including a hydropower line in the nearby city of Uranium City, or nearby town of Uranium City, which has numerous facilities and a commercial airport. Our efforts are led there by an experienced team of uranium geologists with a track record of discovery in the Athabasca Basin, with the likes of Denison Mines, Cameco, NextGen, and Fission. Looking at our Strike Uranium project, we focused here on the northern area of the project where we've been targeting these three principal conductors or graphitic rocks, which is where you find these high-grade deposits. And this year we conducted our initial pass of drill testing across these graphitic horizons, which had never previously been drill tested. Our results, we were certainly really pleased with our results, intersecting near-surface elevated radioactivity in 4 of the 9 holes completed. And this was in the right geological settings, which included graphite structure and alteration, all signs that point we're potentially proximal to some higher grades. Our assays are pending, and that will give us a confirmation on the amount of uranium and other pathfinders in the area, and upon that we'll be planning follow-up programs. At our Murmac uranium project, we also conducted a maiden drilling exploration program this year across the 3 principal corridors or graphitic packages in the area, and we intersected elevated radioactivity in 7 of the 15 holes. In 5 of those holes, we had elevated radioactivity of 1,000 counts per mole. You may not know what this means, but it does indicate that there's potential uranium in the system, and we'll be able to report these uranium results along with other elements of interest shortly. But what we're finding there, and our team was really impressed with these thick graphitic rocks, these brittle faults in the rocks, and all the right alteration, indicating there's been fluids through the area. So we see tremendous potential on both these projects. Again, laboratory assays are pending, and we'll be planning follow-up in detail based on those. As a geologist by background and a former VPX for Denison Mines, been involved with 2 of these discoveries, I couldn't help just pointing out a few of our core photos here just to show what we're finding and why we're excited about the potential of these projects. Shown in the yellow outlines are some of the areas where we've had elevated radioactivity, and that's occurring just the right geological settings for these deposits and these graphitic rocks with alteration. Even on surface, shown on that photo on the middle left, we're finding elevated radioactivity in surface rocks adjacent to these graphitic units, which indicates the fluids may have been bleeding out from these structures. So we see tremendous potential along these structures. And on the bottom right, we see 2 photos which any Athabasca Basin uranium geologist would get excited by, given the amount of that brick red hematite alteration, these strong graphitic faults, and these hydrothermal clays. What all this amounts to is that we have the right geological ingredients here to make a near-term high-grade uranium discovery, and we're certainly excited about what we've found in our initial pass of drilling on these projects. So turning to our Goldfields project in Saskatchewan, here we see a photo of the historical head frame. During the 1930s, around 60,000 ounces of gold was produced. What we also see there is the power line, which is currently still runs to site and is in good condition. So why do we say this project is development ready? Well, we're in a top-ranked jurisdiction, Canada being, Saskatchewan being ranked #1 in Canada and ranked 2 globally according to the latest Fraser Institute rankings. The project has established infrastructure, including a road and power line to site, and just 13 kilometers from Uranium City, which has numerous facilities and that airport. The project is permitted for development. It has an open pit mine and mill, it's permitted with an open pit mine and mill development permit with a 5,000 ton per day processing capacity. During last year, we completed some resource expansion drilling on the property, and at both deposits, we expanded the mineralized footprints. Shown here is the box deposit, where we realized a 280-meter expansion of mineralization outside of the current mineral resource, which included high grades of around 8 to 13 gram a ton over decent widths. That mineralization remains open. This expansion is going to be evaluated as part of our ongoing PEA, which will include a resource estimate update. The PEA, which is ongoing, is really all about optimizing the development path of the project. Envisages, well, there's 3 stages to that PEA, which includes firstly an update to the resource model, which will include those new results. Then there's been a mine-to-mill optimization ongoing, which is aimed to develop the best business case for the project, and then finally getting to the PEA study itself, with results expected in early Q4 2022. Our roadmap to production really outlines, envisages activities going forward where we have the potential to attract suitable partners, monetize the asset, or continue to de-risk it ourselves. On the exploration side, we see potential for further expansion, given both deposits are still open, and as well as numerous other exploration targets on the property. On the community engagement side, we've built some really strong relationships with the local community who are eager to see another mine development in the Uranium City area. At this stage, it's really been consultation at the exploration stage, with more formal consultation to commence during pre-feasibility and feasibility stages. On the permitting side, with that valid permit development in hand, we expect there to be a significantly compressed timeline to moving into constructions and operations, which is a distinct advantage for this project. So why do we say we're poised for growth? Well, we have a significant gold resource base across Goldfields and Exwiton, around 3 million ounces across the categories, and we're actively advancing the Goldfields project with PEA results to come out soon, which are expected to produce a robust set of economics. See tremendous upside through the ability to make uranium discovery in that area, something that will be shallow, high grade, and proximal to infrastructure. We have an experienced board and management team with a proven track record in discovery, development, and value creation. And we're aligned with our shareholders with a 15% board and management ownership and a tight capital structure with around 43 million shares outstanding. If you just look at our gold resources on an EV to gold resource basis, we trade at around $4 per ounce, significantly below our peers. Obviously, we see that Goldfields asset advancing, and that calculation obviously doesn't include the tremendous upside we have in our uranium projects against that improving uranium market. Market cap of just 17 million, we see ourselves with a highly attractive valuation with multiple potential value catalysts on the road ahead. Thank you.